Shalom, this is Ephraim Buchwald. You may not recognize me. It's casual Thursday at the office here, post-Hanukkah, no tie, but it's really me. And I'd really like to talk about, one of the things I'd like to talk about is dress, and especially modest dress. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, I wrote an article which caused a little bit of a stir. It's called They're Not Laughing at Me Anymore. And it basically promoted the traditional customs and lifestyles of traditional Jews and how they become more meaningful to people at the end of the 20th century. So, for instance, the idea of the Shabbat, that we get people together without televisions blasting and without cell phones, and we have quality time because we have quantity time, and other types of things. Let's say even like matchmaking, the values of matchmaking, rather than trying to find a match on the basis of physical beauty. You take all things into consideration: the physical beauty, the attractiveness, and the intelligence, and the values, whether they be a good father or a good mother. Those are all types of things that we need to take into consideration, but we don't do that anymore. In fact, 85% of our entertainment in those days and in these days is either sex or violence. And that's why we need some way to go back to, they have the Throwback Thursday where people on Facebook show what life was when they were young. We need to throw that back. And what we're seeing now is, especially in light of the Me Too movement, that women really want to be considered for who they are as a totality rather than just bodies. And you see that the beauty pageants, the Miss America pageants, are eliminating the bathing suit competition. Again, they want to be recognized for being human, and that's very important for us. So here's a vote for modesty and dress. Here's a vote for modesty because it allows us to expose those things that are really beautiful, those things that we work on to make beautiful. And that's why here's a vote for modesty.